Hey guys, welcome back to the Toxic Llama. I'm Mediocre Ron, here to give you another mediocre review. Today, we're going to be reviewing the PS4 back button attachment. Hey guys, before we go any further, I'm going to ask you to do the channel a favor and like, comment, subscribe, and share. This back button attachment helps you keep your fingers on the sticks consistently, so that way you have tactile buttons in the back. So now you could use the joysticks to aim, do your melee, and then also be able to jump and crouch or slide all consecutively without taking your finger from here and moving it to here mid-fight. Click, 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 click. Really, really good quality. It's designed for you to keep both your middle fingers, when gripped like this, resting on those buttons. Now, it can get a little bit uncomfortable the way it's shaped, or if you have bigger fingers, but for the most part it is pretty comfortable and it's definitely effective. It's super tactile, super precise, and super reliable. I do wish sometimes that these buttons weren't so elongated. I mean, they're about 2.5, 3 inches long, and even though I do have little girl hands, there's no room for me to rest my fingers somewhere else except for on top of the buttons, and it's something I would like to do because when I get real mad and I get real tense, sometimes I want to grab the controller and I want to squeeze your mother by your neck, but by accident, I would hit those buttons, and you know what that would do? Nothing good. The OLED night screen is located on the back of the controller, which could become problematic if you're in a game and maybe you hit it by accident and you knocked it out of configuration, or you ended up on a different profile. You're gonna wish that you could see it without having to go and get your head blown off, but you understand. This is the back button attachment on its own. Installing it is literally a breeze. I mean, the only thing about it is there's a little auxiliary weenus over there, and it moves just a little bit. So all you have to do is basically line it up with the hole, and when you push it up, it'll do a little that way and kind of pull it in. So it's not a big deal. The back button attachment literally just, you put the auxiliary, but the 3.5mm jack input on the adapter needs to be lined up straight before pushing it in all the way, which I did not do. I mean, it's just put it into the auxiliary port, snap it down, and you did it. The adjustable swivel does seem a little bit finicky, like you could break it, and I was a little bit nervous the first few times I do it. It'll be interesting to watch how it holds up over time. You will still be able to play your headphone audio through the input jack on the bottom of the back button attachment. Has its own adapter. The only thing I did hear was some people were getting like a static feedback coming back on it. I wasn't experiencing that, but for the most part I use my Astro mix amp and my A40s, so high class. There is a drawback. Well, some people might consider this a drawback. There's only 2 buttons on the back, where say the Strike Pack has 4. For example, me, I enjoy the 2 buttons. I use the Astro C40. My main controller of choice is the Astro C40. Now, the reason I don't use it, well, that's for another video, but basically, bad sticks. But the button placement on the back of the Astro is unmatched. The comfort is unbelievable, but like I said, I have my own gripes with it, and there are some serious problems with it. Hey guys, do me a favor, stay subscribed, because I will be doing a review on the Astro C40 very soon. The PS4 back button attachment is a great thing to have, as maybe you want the cheaper alternative, or you want something that's a fallback for your very expensive Scuf or Astro or whatever elite controller you use, because you're so elite. I mean, honestly, having the 2 buttons, I feel like it gives you a lot more room and it avoids a ton of confusion. There's only 2 serious reasons for those buttons on the back. You're either going to use it to pop a squat or hop, or you're going to use it to melee and put away your weapon or switch it out. The back button attachment is very thick for its size, but don't be trying to put it anywhere funny or weird. It literally adds about 33% of an extra inch to the back of the controller. Your middle finger should typically land right where those buttons are, but it does feel a little bit abnormal. I really think control freaks would make the sticks just way too high in regards to the thickness of the adapter. Mapping this controller really couldn't be easier. It's probably one of the best parts about it. The PlayStation button on the front of the controller activates the back button attachment. All you do is hold the button down, 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 like your sister. Like your sister. It will show what profiles you're on. Every time you hit the button twice, click, click, changes the profile. Changes the profile. Profiling and styling. Listen, honestly, could Sony have done a better job? Obviously. Could they have made an elite style controller like Xbox did? Yes. They have the Astro controller, but that's not actually theirs. That's made by Astro. It's just licensed by the PlayStation company for them to use. Is it a great controller? Sure. Is it overpriced and probably marked up so they can make kickbacks? Yes. PlayStation could have simply made a controller for about $100 to $120 that used their regular ergonomic design and put those buttons on the back and with a cool mapping design, and maybe made the molding a little bit bigger and made the buttons a little bit smaller or more spacious or whatever it is to make it more custom and sizable. But then again, can you really go wrong with $30 attachment to make your controller equivalent or almost equivalent to a pro controller that goes for between $200 and $300? Believe it or not, this thing sold out in days. So don't go blowing your whole stack at eBay or, oh wait, I messed up my joke. Way too expensive, or Craigslist of bitches.
What an idiot!
Can I say that? Like eBay and Craigslist? Craigslist of bitches?
What a loser!
By the time I tried to get it, they were sold out. I waited for Sony to pick them up and now they have them straight from the distributor. But you know what? I had to wait like 5 months. 5 months! Do you know how long 5 months is? Yo, Gina, how long is 5 months?
5 months.
Oh, shit. Alright, so it's only about 5 months, but it's still long. Here's a few key points I wanted to bring up about the back button attachment that I thought were really good. I don't know if you know, but the strike pack that usually has the 4 buttons attached to it has to remain wired all the time. This can go wireless, goes direct to the controller, and you can move it all around, wherever you want. So the strike pack is a strike for that guy. That's a strike for the strike pack. Yeah, use that. That's a good one. The back button attachment does rely on the PlayStation's own battery system, and good news, it barely affects it at all. The only thing is, if you're in the back like constantly hitting the OLED screen like an idiot, well, it might kill the battery then. But for anybody that's normal, it's gonna be fine. Normal. I just wanted to go over a quick pros and cons list with you guys before we get to the end of this. If it's okay with you, I have a list so I can recite them all to you very quickly and accurately. Is that okay? All right, let's say it like this. Pros. It adds very little weight to the controller. Super easy to install, just plug and play. The responsiveness of the buttons are so tactile, it's amazing. Amazingly tactileness. It has a great build quality. The OLED screen it's just a screen, honestly. OLED, how many pixels could it be, like 11? Come on, these guys. And the build quality is fantastic. It's super easy to map the buttons, and the $30 price tag is even easier. Your headset auxiliary plug will work directly with the back button attachment, so if you're poor or whatever and you can't get a mix amp, I guess do that. I have a very short list of cons, starting with bulky, and it gets in the way of my fingers sometimes. I think it just takes some getting used to, honestly. I'm used to the Astro, and like I said, it's my baby, but it's broke. The shape of the controller is just a little bit uncomfortable, but I think that, you know, if it's all you have, you will definitely get used to it. It's the fact that I came from a controller that was much bigger, and then trying to go back to a smaller one, you know, you don't go back. Listen, I'm gonna give this product an 8 out of 10. I love this attachment, and for the price, for $30, you can't go wrong. But for me, my finger's getting scrunched up, and looking at this like I'm looking between your mother's leg and a fupa's hanging down, it looks like a fupa. Bottom line, this is a great alternative to a pro controller. I'd recommend this product. I say Llama approved. Yo, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, or I'll kick your ass. I'm Mediocre Ron. Thanks for dealing with me.
Oh yeah, you gotta get Schwifty. You gotta get Schwifty.